Alright. Okay. As you can see that I was playing House of the Dead 2 with a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con. As you can see, everything is working very well. But that's not what this video is about. What this video is about is an update to a project I was working on. It may be the final update. Who knows? Maybe if I get more pieces of materials, I could make a better version. But anyways, this is the third video to the project I'm working on, which is a Wii Zapper equivalent to the Joy-Con. So basically it's for light gun games that we hope to see for the Switch in the future. Right now it's playing a demo because I haven't started the game. As you can see that I have control once I press the start button. See? Press it again. And there you go. But anyways, let's just leave it at the main menu. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you what I've been working on. This is basically its newer version. I call this one Project Fireflower. As you can see, this is the handle to it. As you can see, is that like it's a straight handle, but as you can see, this part is slanted. So we use this to make the I don't even know what it's called, the barrel of the gun slanted to make the handle slanted. And here is the barrel. As you can see, it's a monstrosity of a bunch of Lego pieces that I found and just decided to put together. And I made like a little flower motif. It's there for a reason. I just wanted to make it look a little cooler. But anyways, let me put it together for you guys. Let me see. I brought my Switch stand here so I can use two hands finally instead of having to... Okay, sorry about that. I accidentally pressed the home button on my phone. Just recording this with a phone. So, I'm just gonna put this all together. Alright, so you basically put the pegs into these holes here. And it'll fasten up real nice. It's not loose at all. It's actually really stable once you slide it in. As you can see. Ooh. It did decide to move after a few shakes, but you're not going to be shaking it like that in that direction, so you're just going to be moving it around like this. So as you can see, it's put together well, and using that 3-peg formation, I don't know a better word for it, it makes the handle slanted, so it gives you a more natural grip, like a real gun in a way. As you can see, you can hold it really nice and aim with it. And I did a weird little construction here for the trigger mechanism that I made a concept for. I just kind of winged it. I did a little bit of trial error, but I actually did it on my first try, and this mechanism actually works perfectly. If you pull on this whole part here gets pulled enough to pull the trigger, this button here on the Joy-Con. And I decided to add a wheel here. This part here, you could have just put a 1x4 flat piece here to make it stable, but I decided to put this here. So it kind of has like a little revolver feel, like, you know, the clip, the magazine part, I don't know, the chamber, that's what it's called. So you can have a little, you can fidget around with it if you want. I don't know, it's just there. But anyways, let's put the Joy-Con in. So, as you can see, there might be some details I'm missing to explain, but anyways, there's 3 pieces that you need to take apart for it to... You pull on this part, but carefully, so nothing really falls apart. You take away this part, and this green part here. I'm not sure if I can... if it's on view. And this is the trigger part here. Okay, these are the 3 parts you need to take out for it to slide in smoothly, or slide in at all, really. Okay, so here you slide it in right here, just enough for the home button here to go over this part here. It's to kind of fasten it, to keep it from moving. As you can see, it doesn't move much from this angle, but it could start moving and wobbling around during play, so it's better to be safe than sorry. So you just put the pieces back together, and it will stay there like the jaws of life. So there you go. Once all the pieces are together, it will be there secure and fastened. Oops, I accidentally pressed the trigger button here. The game's already running, but I'm not gonna demo it yet, so I'm just gonna pause it right there. So as you can see, this is the entire thing. The previous designs had required a second Joy-Con actually to be placed near the handle. This part would basically be cut in half, and you put the second Joy-Con in here, the left Joy-Con, and the SL button here would act as the trigger, so you can press to shoot, which works. Definitely, it works well, but usually only for one hand, especially the specifically the left hand, because that's where your finger would naturally rest on. If it was here, if you used your right hand, your finger would be awkwardly a little point, sticking out like this. But this newer version, it required a very, complicated trigger mechanism here that would press this button. You need to pull from here to make and have a contraption that reaches all the way over here and still look like a functioning gun, as much as I could anyways. As you can see, the design is more from this side, it looks a lot cleaner on this side. But as you can see, you just hold it like this, and this is the trigger. Just pull on it. You just pull it like a regular gun. You don't pull it as much as a regular gun, but you know how the Joy-Con trigger button works. It's very clicky, and you just have to press it lightly to function. As you can see, the moment I pull on it, just even a little bit, you can hear a click of the trigger of the Joy-Con trigger. This thing here gets pulled just far enough to click on it, as you can hear. It's like a work of magic, a little design genius of me to make it work. But anyways, there's not much else I can say or add, and so we can just get to the gameplay. There's only one thing that I would like to add for a newer version. As you can see, it only has one function, shoot. So how are you going to reload? There's some games, like this game right now we're playing House of the Dead, where you can aim outside of the screen and shoot to reload. So you only really need this one button to reload, but there are other games where maybe, that's not a function and you have to have another button so you can like reload, or maybe, use a sub weapon, switch weapons, or maybe shoot a grenade or something like that. Which I know the future House of the Dead game had a grenade function. So, I have to, like, a newer design I would love to have is maybe have like a second trigger mechanism here. It's really thin, so you can maybe add another one here that could reach over here instead for a second function. That would be great. I would love that. So besides that, it's basically required to have a second hand. I made the function of reload a manual reload instead of aiming down and outside the screen and shoot to reload. I made the control stick, like, if you move it at any direction, it will reload. Or you can press this to reload too. So you can kind of have like a little revolver action going on here where you reload. It's not very smooth. I could probably build something here to have a mechanism where you kind of cock the gun to reload, but I only have so many pieces. So yeah, you can reload with this. It's not that intuitive. And let me just add that you can use either hand, really. You can use your left hand or your right hand to shoot, and it works both hands. So okay, so let's get to the gameplay already. See how this works. Okay, let's set this to a good camera angle. Is this good? Okay, you can see my trigger finger. Okay, I'm gonna aim at the gun. Okay, this is a good angle. Alright, let's start. Okay, reload. Okay, we're good. Oh yeah, this feels so good. This is actually my first time trying this out, actually. I just knew it works because of the click of the Joy-Con. Oh, that was some weird lag right there. But anyways, as you can see, I'm reloading using this. I hope my arm isn't in the way. But as you can see, I'm aiming around, and I'm pulling the trigger to shoot perfectly, like that. Okay, let me try the off-screen reload, where I have to shoot off-screen. Okay. Where'd my cursor go? I lost my cursor. That's the problem with this version of the game, because the cursor doesn't register off-screen perfectly. Once you point off the screen, the cursor will get all jumbled. It won't follow the cursor. It won't follow the reticle. It won't follow your pointing off screen. So it'll basically get stuck. But it's working pretty well. So what I want for, like, on the Switch is to have like a waggle activated reload, so you kind of like just shake the Joy-Con to... Aw, I almost saved him. I want to get that left, dang it. There was nothing we could do. I'm sorry. Ah, frick. Oh, this feels so good. Dudes, I really want freaking light gun games on the Switch. And there's actually one coming out soon. It doesn't look that great, actually. And it's $30. It looks really low budget. But it's a start. And this design here, this little Joy-Con zapper, it'll be perfect. Like, any light gun game, any shooting game, really, you can just use this. It's so good. Like, I would really want an official one, like, not made of Legos or anything. I want one that looks like a Glock or a revolver, and you can slide Joy-Cons in. Like there's an option for for one that uses 2 Joy-Cons or one that uses 1 Joy-Con like this. It would be perfect. I would love it. I'm not gonna shoot the kid this time. But dude, this feels so good. The only reason I'm not doing that well is because the reticle is kind of wonky using an imperfect game. And the fact that I'm trying to keep my hand in frame of the recording. Oh, freak. But yeah. Let me just play naturally now. Okay, let me just play naturally now. I'm just gonna play aiming. So I'm gonna hold it just like a gun, where my left hand's in the bottom of the handle. Okay, let me just beat up this boss. Okay. Oh, this feels so good. I really want a freaking Joy-Con Zapper, dude. Oh, freak. Okay, not the best example of play. Trying to shoot this little guy over here. But dude, seriously? House of the Dead collection on the Switch with a Joy-Con Zapper. Holy crap, I would buy the crap out of that. Freaking light gun games on the go. Time Crisis. Like, come on, dude. I just go outside anywhere I want and freaking... This is definitely... it's so hard to aim this dude. Oh, not good. Okay, there, I got him. Let me just put my hand back in frame. What the freak? That was... He just gave me that. Felt bad for me. Oh, freak. It always makes you feel bad when you miss him. Like, oh, I guess I'm gonna just have to take it. I'm gonna game over so hard. But it's... Look at this, dude. Okay, so my phone ran out of space. So, yeah, I totally killed the boss. Yep. I was like perfectly aiming, like I was even doing a gangster stuff. I killed him so hard. Yep, that totally happened. Anyways, in closing, that's the Joy-Con Zapper. So, freaking Nintendo, SEGA, whatever people who are deciding to make light gun games, come on, this is a freaking untapped market on the Switch. Light gun games on the go, and you can play like any first-person shooter, any shooting game really. You just have a second Joy-Con in your left hand while having this gun on your right hand, or the other way around really. Move around with this, whatever, jump, whatever, any action here, aim and shoot with this. That's all you have to do. So, freaking House of the Dead collection on the Switch, freaking Time Crisis collection, freaking anything, come on. Someone do it already. Or, hire me or something, I don't know. Freaking contact me if you want to freaking patent this or start a Kickstarter or something. Freaking mass produce this. Come on. It's perfect. Freaking gold mine sitting right here. Right in my hands. So, yeah, that's it. That's all for the Joy-Con Zapper. Alright. So, yeah. Okay. See ya.